Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel that could help you change your life. Yes, it's me, Dustin Matthews, with the 30 Habits in 30 Days video series. Today is day number 18, and we will be developing the habit of gratitude. Gratitude, yes, gratitude. Okay, gratitude is something that shapes our perception. Our nervous system is wired to look for threats in our environment to protect ourselves. And we have to train our perception, okay, to look for positives and things that we're grateful for. So there's a lot of research for the benefits of gratitude and having some sort of either a gratitude journal, a gratitude practice where you write thank you letters to people. You just keep a list in your journal and you can write down, 3 different things you're grateful for each day. So that's going to be the habit that we're implementing for the remainder of this 30 habits in 30 days is a gratitude practice. Okay. I would say 3 things a day, write them down. After you do your journal, you can just write them at the bottom, 3 different things you're grateful for and try to be specific and try to do different things each day. So an example would be like for me, one thing in particular that I'm really grateful for is my mom. And instead of just saying I'm grateful for my mom, I could say why. And there's a whole number of things I could say that are specific about why I'm grateful for my mom. But the one that came to mind today for me was she's the person who taught me the serenity prayer, which is God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So my mom had a really big influence on me with that prayer. She used to repeat it all the time when I was younger. And I didn't fully understand it until just a few years ago. So after 20 years, of exposure to hearing that, and probably more, she'd probably been saying it since I was a little kid. I just didn't remember. So I've had a lifetime of exposure to that. And it's not something she probably said every day, but she said it often enough where eventually it stuck. And more recently, I've been thinking about it, and it's such a powerful prayer and just an absolute pearl of wisdom. And I think in my youth, I kind of breezed over it, probably because I didn't understand what the words meant. I didn't understand. I'm like, serenity, what the is that? Anyway, now I have so much more appreciation for that prayer because it holds so much truth, and it has really helped me a lot in times of struggle when I feel like there are things in the world that I want to change that aren't within my control. I pray for serenity, and that helps me have a little bit more acceptance. And it reminds me of one of the things that I've mentioned before. Can you accept what is? The courage part. God grant me the courage to change the things I can. And I think that's a really important thing because sometimes the things that are within our control can be a little bit scary for us to try and change and maybe raise our voice and speak up about things that we believe or engage in activities that we're passionate about, but we're maybe self-judgmental about, or maybe we have a little bit of fear, if we want to go play a sport, but there are other people that are better, you have to put in the time and practice. If you want to learn an instrument, if you want to learn a skill, all of these different things take a little bit of courage. And then the wisdom to know the difference. What is it that's within your control and outside of your control? And being able to sit and look at those things and then try to let go of the things that are not within your control, and then the things that are within your control you can do something about. And so it's just a way of kind of refining your perception, and that's where I think it ties in with gratitude. And that's one of the things that I'm really grateful for about my mom is that prayer. So that's the type of detail we're looking for when it comes to listing the things you're grateful for. Yeah, gratitude controls your perception, helps you focus on the positive, which will lead to more health benefits. Your reticular activating system is the part of your brain that starts to limit what you're exposed to and shows you more of what you're looking for. So I think the quote in the Bible, seek and you shall find, gratitude, the reticular activating system, seek and you shall find. And then this quote I have over here by Buddha, what you think you become, what you feel you attract, what you imagine you create. All of these things are showing us how our attention and our focus and what we choose to put our focus and attention on is what reality will show us. Okay. So we have this ability to consciously choose our focus and our direction. And then in reality, what we're going to do is we're going to train our attention to find those opportunities, to seek those things out, find more evidence of the things that we want, whether it's positive, if we choose to do gratitude, or if you want to be negative, you can choose to do that. But if you choose to be negative and focus on the negative and look for the negative, you will just continue to find evidence and support of those negative things. So I think it's really important to start developing this gratitude practice so that we can shape our perspective and move in a direction that is more aligned with what we truly desire. And I feel like people desire happiness and health and good things in life. So this gratitude practice is really a way to train our perception to be more positive, optimistic. This is not something that is, we're not trying to force ourselves into toxic positivity. Obviously, if there are things in our life that we're struggling with, I'm not saying that that isn't real or true. I'm just saying that developing a gratitude practice can help bring more positivity into your life. So that's what we're going to be doing for habit number 18 for the rest of this series. I hope you're doing well. Okay, you can tag this right along with your journaling. Right at the end of your journaling, just write 3 things you're grateful for. Okay. Don't forget, if you're here, you can like and subscribe. Woohoo! All right, everybody. I wish you the best. God bless. Good luck. I'm grateful for you. Thanks for being here. See you later.